Welcome to Daily Sports Recap from Tip to Kick. That is Daily Sports Recap from Tip to Kick. Welcome back to our episode. I am so excited that you are here. I am pumped for this episode. So, let's get right into it. We got some NFL, NBA, and MLB action coming right at you. But just a reminder, go find our shorts. Go find us on Spotify. Please follow. Please subscribe. Sadly, we only have 7 subscribers. Obviously, we have more followers on Spotify. That is where we started out. That was our humble origins. But please, subscribe if you've been watching. You'll get more of our content, and it really helps us make more. It's real nice. Okay, let's do this thing. The biggest NFL news of the day, starting off with NFL. I know we usually start out with MLB, but we're definitely not starting off with NBA. Boom. Green bean. All right. NFL, the Browns, obviously. We talked about this. This was our hot take yesterday. Deshaun Watson was week 1 starter over rookie standout Shedeur Sanders with perfect timing. He is set to make his first regular season appearance since his Achilles injury, by the way. In the 2024 season. So it has been a while since he was named QB number 1. Obviously, we talked about how this decision was a little interesting, especially since Bro literally got booed out of a preseason game and absolutely gets mogged by, a rookie who, has not been in the league as much as him. But he has so much more athletic ability and doesn't get booed out of preseason games. All right. The Texans acquired wide receiver Kayshon Boutte, from the Patriots in exchange for the safety Jalen Reed and a draft pick to fill, the void. Because, as we know, Jaden Higgins did have a season-ending ACL injury before the season started. Embarrassing and very annoying. So, that happened. So, you gotta get someone in there. You can't just leave that spot open, obviously. So, picked up Jalen Reed. The Saints signed 2-time All-Pro kicker Daniel Carlson and traded linebacker Deion Jones to the 49ers for running back Zamir White. Yet another 49ers trade. Maybe that's what the hot take will be about. All right, teams are aggressively trimming down ahead of the official August 30 53-man roster deadline, obviously because the roster cut downs. The Commanders released veteran safety Will Harris, while the Raiders released wide receiver Noah Brown. 11-year wide receiver Allen Robinson and tight end C.J. Uzomah officially announced their retirements from the NFL. So, good job to them for, surviving this long in the NFL. It's a hard league. Hit your head a lot. Can be quite stressful on the body. All right, pass rusher Josh Sweat has activated off the physically unable to perform list. Physically unable to perform list. Pause. Simultaneously, Arizona waived running back Trey Benson. Steelers impasse head coach Mike McCarthy noted that the Pittsburgh Steelers remained at a contract impasse with cornerback Joey Porter Jr. as the regular season draws closer. All right, the rookie wide receiver Mekhi Lemon of the Eagles returned to practice and expressed confidence that his hamstring injury will not affect his 2026 season. Isn't that the short one? Yeah, wait. Mekhi Lemon height. Bro, he's literal 5'11". Dang. He's actually going to get head topped so many times. It's all right. He's fast, though. Hopefully his height makes up for his speed because he is very short. And interesting pick by the Eagles, not even going to lie to you. All right, Jed York. We talked about yesterday how he is currently a jailbird. The 49ers owner, Jed York, is under personal conduct policy following his recent arrest and no contest plea to misdemeanor charges in Ohio. What are the 49ers going to do? I don't even know what happens. Your owner goes to jail right before the season. What do you do? Post in the comments. What do you do in that situation? I literally just have no idea. Anyways, NFL and Nike revealed the new 2026 alternate jersey designs for all teams in the NFC North and AFC South division. Maybe we'll do a jersey rating. It's a good idea. All right, a new study published in BMW Why did I say BMW? BMJ Journal revealed that at least 1 in 4 former NFL players who passed away between 2016 and 2021 had CTE. Bro, football is so dangerous. Protect the noggin. Play soccer. Play baseball. Play flag football. Hey, don't get CTE, guys. It's not good. If that's anything you take away from this podcast today, that'll be it. All right, hot take of the day. We have started our hot takes. We made a short with our 3 hot takes. So if you want to check out our hot takes, just go in the shorts in YouTube and watch them. That was a pretty popular video. All right, so why the 49ers are a center of panic. A completely different hot take dominating today's headlines is that San Francisco 49ers are diving off a cliff and entering the end of an era. I know one of our biggest fans is a 49ers fan. He has actually emailed into the show. And by the way, if you do want to email us, please email us at tiptokick@gmail.com. That is tiptokick@gmail.com. That is all lowercase. If you have questions, suggestions, want to comment in on the podcast, our biggest 49ers fan, Asher, has already done that. So he's not going to like this hot take. They're the center of panic. Obviously, the ownership scandal, prominent Bay Area sports columnists are calling this the beginning of the end for York's public ownership of the franchise. And they've been doing some panic trading. We've seen this in yesterday and today. Sending veteran linebacker Deion Jones to join San Francisco in exchange for running back Zamir White was a desperate scramble. Say that 5 times fast, All right, despite getting Christian McCaffrey and George Kittle back, the practice field this week, this team is top-heavy, fragile, and, they could easily be tipped into a massive decline. They were getting injured. Their owner just got thrown in jail, bro. That is not good for your team. I think that analysts have said, I don't know if I completely agree with this. I'm leaning towards it. But analysts have said that the 49ers championship window has slammed shut. It's hard to play when your owner, gets fired. That's a distraction. Your thinning roster, you're going to implode in this season. It's like they seem a little cooked. I don't know if I would slam the door shut immediately, but the door's creaking on its hinges here. I don't know. The season hasn't started yet. People always make these before season speculations that are hard to gauge. But we will definitely see. They could be cooked. All right. On to some NBA. But before NBA, we're bringing back an old tradition that some of you OGs may remember. It is mini hoop, air ball. Just to shake things up. Sometimes we'll say, they're not making it to the championship if I make this mini hoop. Never said that about the Knicks, though. Spurs should have won. All right. A devastating injury update for the Portland Trailblazers in Shaedon Sharpe. Let's get into it. Shaedon Sharpe was sidelined for 6 months. The Portland Trailblazers announced that the guard suffered a torn meniscus. I had to look this up. In his right knee during an offseason workout. He will undergo surgery this week and is expected to miss half of the season with a projected return around late February, early March. So basically, the Trailblazers, bro, it's so hard when someone gets injured in preseason. It doesn't look too good, obviously. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't look good, and it's just like, it's a big oof for the team, honestly. I don't really know. When you have a star guard that gets injured this early, what are you going to do, honestly? It's hard. It's really hard. All right, now on to the Warriors. Okay, Brandon Williams of the Golden State Warriors have agreed to a 1-year, $2.6 million veteran minimum contract with point guard Brandon Williams locking in their 14th standard roster spot. So good for him, making the big bucks. The Greenbacks, whatever. All right, so we talked about Klay Thompson, but he has officially joined, clearing waivers from the buyout, officially signed a 2-year deal with the Heat. He will be returning to wear his iconic number 11 jersey. So that's cool. DeMar DeRozan is headed to Denver, free agent DeMar DeRozan. A 1-year, $3.9 million deal to join Jokic in the Denver Nuggets. So bro is actually being paid pennies. And my hot take was this was a steal. I think, this is going to be big, okay? I've talked to people and I was like, yo, did you see my hot take? They were like, yeah. And they were like, it sucked. And I was like, what? And they were like, DeRozan's not going to be that good. And I'm like, bro, you're selling. DeRozan plus Doncic is going to be a tough combo. Y'all just wait. It's going to be aura. And I'm going to be the one who called it, all right? DeMar plus Jokic is a tough combo, all right? That's going to make it to an edit one day when DeMar and Jokic are cooking. All right. Trade discussions between LA and the Atlanta Hawks are reportedly gaining lots of steam. The Lakers are trying to navigate a sign and land 23-year-old Jonathan Kuminga to looking for the third-team facilitators. Rival teams continue to closely monitor Kyrie Irving's situation as franchises look for potential star availability. Late in the offseason, he is obviously a star who is available, so I bet they'll be looking at him quite closely. All right, a fresh investigative report revealed that before joining the Lakers in 2018, LeBron James closed a massive private $300 million loan transaction via LLC tied to life insurers. This is interesting. We'll see what that's all about. Hopefully it's, not LeBron doing some shady business. Okay, the Mavericks, okay. Hot take of the day. Are y'all ready? Let's go. The Mavericks are setting themselves up for disastrous regular season by treating Kyrie as a placeholder for flag. All right. The Dallas front office insiders claim they want to see how Kyrie, who's 34 by the way, meshes with 19-year-old rookie sensation Cooper Flag, in reality keeping a veteran star who's 14 years older than your franchise cornerstone creates an identity crisis. Yeah. I don't really know. I looked up this hot take because I saw that it was circulating a bit, and it's quite interesting actually. He's 19, he's 34. It could be good. He could teach him, how to really navigate the league, but also the locker room winning chemistry when its second best player is going to have a huge for sale sign on his back is going to be interesting. And he's not really, in the same boat as these guys. He's not the same age. They're going to be on the same team. I think it'll be kind of fine. But Irving makes $39.5 million this season. And if Dallas waits till February to move him, they'll be forced to take back multi-year bad salaries just to make the math work, ruining their flexibility around flags. So this could go very badly if they don't play this right. The Mavericks should have traded Kyrie earlier this offseason. His value was high then. I don't know why they didn't do it. Hanging on to him is passive. Middle-of-the-road strategy that will waste, I'm just reading this here, that will waste a year of Cooper Flag's rookie development. This take is interesting. I don't know. I think I kind of agree with it, though. But I also kind of don't. I think it'll make the locker room chemistry weird. I don't think it'll ruin a season for Cooper Flag. It's such a random take. But, that's why it's hot. Takes are hot, smoking hot here. This is where you get all your hot takes. As a reminder, please subscribe. Please follow. Email us, tiptokick@gmail.com. Let's get into it. All right. So, obviously, the Astros fired their GM. We talked about how that was just a cheeky butt decision. Owner Jim Crane has taken over baseball operations. Don't know if he knows how to manage, but, we will see how this goes. All right. Cal Raleigh had an absolutely historic night. He broke out of a slump in a huge game. Slugging 3 home runs to snap the Phillies' 9-game winning streak. And Shohei Ohtani returned to the mound, so 2 greats were back at it again last night. The Dodgers superstar Shohei threw to live batters, and manager Dave Roberts announced Ohtani could return to pitch. Oh, never mind. In a game early as next week, so next week, the big Ohtani could be back. The Yankees signed right-hand pitcher Justin Topa to the Major League contract, while officially transferring slugger Giancarlo Stanton to the 60-day IL, which is not good. That's a long time, but they've still got time. He's still got time to come back. The Giants snapped a 4-game skid by shutting out the Reds 5-0 behind a Rafael Devers 3-run home run. However, starter Carson Wentz left early due to elbow pain and is scheduled for an MRI. MLB announced its weekly honors, naming San Diego Padres star Fernando Tatis the NL Player of the Week. Honestly, bro, I lost a lot of respect for that guy. After the drug scandal thing where he, was taking performance enhancing drugs. Bro, come on, like, and then it's just like hard to root for him after that. Like, I don't know, it's hard. It's hard when, these guys, we look up to them, we watch them, we're like, oh my gosh, they're so good. And then something drops that they've just been like lying to us, and none of these hits like count, and he's not going to make it to the Hall of Fame because of this. It's a shame. Anyways, so when the Mariners played the Phillies last night on Monday, Riley's 3 home run of the night carried. Giants and Reds, the Giants won 5-0. Giants rotation faces injury scare. Pirates and Padres is just a little overcap of every game. Pirates 3, Padres 2. Nick Gonzalez drives in the winning run in the 12th. Twins Athletics, Josh Bell drives in a 3 to power Minnesota. They won 9-6 in that. And Nationals beat the Rockies 13-3, blew them out of the absolute water, and they erupted at home. Tonight, we have some absolute must-watch games going on. Dodgers Braves 7:15, Astros Yankees. We'll see how they do on the field after firing their GM. Who knows? Brewers Mets. That's at 7:10, and Phillies Mariners is at 9:40. So check those out. Definitely, those will be a lot of fun. And now let's get into our final hot take of the day. The Phillies absolutely got embarrassed in Monday night's loss to the Mariners, and that was an exact blueprint of how they will crash and burn in the wild card round. I kind of agree with this. In the beginning of the season, I was talking about how absolutely trash they were. And, they came back, but, they came back, okay? They won some games, but they're really not playing the best teams. And now you go against a team that's going to beat you, okay? They're going to play you in the wild card round. And it was just, that's just what's going to happen probably. You never know in baseball. That's what makes baseball so great. One thing can turn the whole game around. But, they gave up 3 home runs to a single batter, especially a slumping Cal Raleigh. And, they strike out at historical rates. And, the National League wildcard race is an absolute meat grinder. People are going to die this year. And the Phillies, they have to face locked-in pitching rotations. The Padres have them. The Cubs have a locked-in rotation. Those teams, they have locked-in pitching rotations, and they're absolutely going to get smoked if they can't hit the ball, if they can't defend people hitting the ball. That's the name of the game there. So I don't know. I think they might be cooked. They might be a first-round exit. They probably will be. But it's a hard division. That's it. That's all I have for the podcast. Please go on Spotify, follow us. Go on YouTube, subscribe. Go look at our shorts. We also have a sponsor, Rebecca Thomas Events, looking for a wedding in the DMV. She will get the right. So hit her up, Rebecca Thomas Events, DMV weddings done absolutely beautifully. Thank you so much. I'm Christian. This has been Daily Sports Recap from Tip to Kick. Tell your friends, email us, get the word out. Peace, y'all.